Hey, this is Carrie with Canary Quilts, and this is the 11th block of the Birds of a Feather Quilt Along. So I am part of Fat Quarter Shop's Solid of the Month Club, and their theme this year is North American birds. So I decided to do a quilt along where each block I did each month was bird colors and bird name of the block. So this month we've got barn swallows. I am really happy with this curation this month. I think they did a really good job of showing the colors or curating the colors of the barn owl. I like the diversity in colors. It just is really, really pretty. So I am going to walk you through how I put this together, show you the cuts, show you how you put the cuts together. Like I said, it's not too hard. Some of these in the past have been a little puzzly to put together, but this one isn't. And I have been a little disappointed, like this one is Oriole, and there's not a lot of diversity in the color, and I know that Orioles have more diversity than that. So that's why was really happy to see what we got in this month's packet. But anyway, hit the subscribe button, notification bell, and you can quilt along with us. All the patterns are available in the description down below at my website. And we've only got one more month. So I will show you how to put together next month's block, and then in January I'll show you how I put my quilt together, which I've already started. If you're doing the same sashing as me, I've got 2 videos on that, which I'll link down below also, so you can see how I'm doing the sashing. I personally like how each block is sashed in the color of the bird, but you certainly don't have to do that either. So there you go. 2 more months and we'll be done with this. And I have to decide if I'm going to quilt it myself or send it off to a quilter. I don't know. But anyway, let's get started on this gorgeous barn owl, barn swallows block. All right, to get started on the November barn owl, barn swallows for the Birds of a Feather quilt along that I'm doing this year, we are on block 11. I can't even believe it. It's based on the barn owl, and they have this beautiful picture down here of this barn owl. These are the fabrics in the Fat Quarter Shop Solid of the Month Club, and they're numbered. You do not have to use these. I just want to keep reminding you of that. Especially if you're new here, you don't need to be a part of this club to do this quilt along. But these are going to be how I reference colors. And I will have this in the back of my November pattern. All right, let's go through the pieces. Here's the fabrics, sorry. There's the fabrics. I have quite a bit left, and I always do, so I will be putting this towards other projects in the future. Let's put that away. And we have here, I've used a lot of alphabetties because I've used numbers and letters here. So our A pieces are our corners. These are just the patches in the corner, and I'm using fabric 12, which is in reference to this here. I've got my B pieces, which are all these half square triangles in the corner. And I will show you how we're going to be pairing those up. And I have them all labeled by the fabric number. C is the rectangular patch here. There's 4 of those. D is our flying geese base, and it's going to be paired with H for the corners. E is our 4 patch, and we have 2 colorways of our 4 patches. And F is our strip sets, which we have 2 colorways of those also. And then G is our center patch. All right, so to do our half square triangles, we only need the B pieces, and I've separated them out by fabric color here, and that's what these numbers represent. And in my pattern, I show you how to pair the colors up and then how many of each pairing we need. So I'm going to go through these real quick, where we need 9 and 8, and we need 8 of these, so we need 4 squares of each color. We need 11 and 8, and we need 8 of those, and I'm going to take the rest of these. So we have 4 of each color there because we need 8 half square triangles. So the rest of these we're only going to need 4 half square triangles, so we only need 2 squares of 11 and 9 pairing, and 2 of 9 and 5 pairing, and 2 of 11 and 5 pairing. Well, excuse me, Mr. Jingles. Excuse me. So these are our pairings, and we don't really need to keep track of numbers at this point. I also have these numbers in the legend at the front of the pattern. All right, so what we need to do is choose the color you want to put a diagonal on, mark your diagonal, and then we'll put them together. And just like all half square triangles we've been doing all year, we're going to sew a seam 1/4 of an inch on each side of this diagonal line, and then we'll come back and cut it, and we'll iron towards the darker color. So I'm going to get all my half square triangles here sewn up. I'm going to just chain piece all of these together, and once I put one seam in, we'll have all the colors we need together. All right, after you have all of your half square triangles sewn with a 1/4 inch seam on each side of your diagonal line, we will just trim on the diagonal line and take all our half square triangles over, and we can just iron towards the dark fabric. All right, here's my half square triangles, and I've ironed them towards the darker color. I did have to trim them up a little, so we want to trim them down to 2 inches. And I'm just using my 45-degree angle on my ruler, lining it up with the seam, and then lining it up with 2 inches. And then I put them back into their colorways. So we have 8 of these 2 colorways and 4 of these 2 colorways. So I want to set these aside for now, and we can put together the strip sets. So we have 4 of this color, which was 2, I think. This is 3 and this is 6. But anyway, the numbers don't matter too much here. We need to put 2 of these strip sets together and 2 of these strip sets together. And we want to just iron towards the darker colors in each one of these strip sets. So that's pretty easy to do. I'm going to get these done, and then we will move on to the flying geese. All right, here's my 2 strip sets in the 2 different colors, and I'm going to set these over here by my half square triangles. We can do the flying geese, which are easy because there's no color differentiation. So mark your H on the diagonal, take your D, line them with right sides together. We'll sew on the line, trim 1/4 of an inch, and iron towards the corner. All right, there's the first half of our flying goose, and we have 4 of these. And now I'm going to put on the second side, and we're just going to put right sides together, make sure our diagonals cross up here at the top, sew on the line, trim 1/4 of an inch from the seam, iron towards the corner. All right, here's our 4 flying geese that we need. I'm going to set those aside. Now we need to do our 4 patches, and we have 2 colorways. So this is going to be pretty simple. I've got these colors over here, which are the number 1 fabric, are going to be the same in both of these. So we just need to put these together in a 4 patch, where we're going to iron these 2 together and sew these 2 together and iron towards the dark colors. And then we will sew the rows together, nest these seams, and just iron to one side, or iron open if you'd like. And then I'm going to do the same with these colors over here. So we need 2 of each of these colors and 2 of these colors. All right, there's my cute little 4 patches that are done. So we need to start putting this together, and I'm going to start with these corners. And we have 2 layouts. So this layout and this layout are the same, and this one are the same. So I'm going to lay them out together so that I can get them correct. Let's start with our A patch, which is going to go in the corner, the left corner and the right corner. Oh, and we need 2 of everything. All right. So this colorway is going to go with this one over here, and this one's going with our left corner. So I'm going to set those aside. We need a golden brown and a gold and terracotta. So let's see. We need gold and terracotta. first, and it needs to go like this and like this. Okay, we need a gold and terracotta. We need a brown and terracotta. And then we need terracotta and yellow. Wish my seams were flat. And over here, we need a brown and gold. A brown and terracotta, and a terracotta and gold. So, gold and brown, brown and gold, and here. All right, there's our two layouts. So we should have what looks like an upside down flying goose right here with these two. These two colors right here should match. And something does not seem right. This one. I need a brown. All right, so these should match up. These should match these and these. And same over here. Here, the brown, the terracotta, the brown, the terracotta. All right, so now I just need to distribute these out into their piles so we know where they go. All right, there's my two corners laid out because they are different. So we want to go to get, these are 9 patches, so we want to put them together like that. And the way I'm seeing is we need to iron this row. Let's put them together by rows like this. So iron this row towards the outside, this row towards the inside piece, and then this one towards the outside piece. Same over here. So I will have that all marked in the pattern. So I'm going to put these together one corner at a time so that I don't get mixed up. All right, so just follow the arrows in the pattern, put your 9 patch together, and our corners will be ready to go. Then it gets easy from there. All right, there is my right corner put together. I just want to say that when I laid this down, I laid it down like this, and it should have been like this. We want our dark patches in the 4 patch to run along the diagonal here. All right, here's my 2 corners. So set these aside. And we want to do these center sections right here. So we need our C. We need our flying geese, and we need our strip sets. So we're going to have 2 of these also, 2 different colorways. So let's separate these out. 2 of these, 2 of these, and we want our flying goose pointing towards the strip set. And then we want our darker fabric to be next to the flying goose. So we are going to sew these 3 together, and we're always going to iron away from the flying goose. So towards the patch and towards the strip set. All right, the components for our 9 patch are complete. I've got these 2 center sections done in the 2 colorways. So let's lay out our blocks. So let's take our G, which is our center. Let's put it right there. Let's put these around. Let's see, according to my pattern, I have the darker colorway on the sides, the lighter one on the top and bottom. And then the lighter 4 patch is in the top right and the bottom left. So that leaves this one to go here. So now we have a 9 patch to put together. All right, there's our 9 patch. So let's put it together in rows, and we will iron towards the center patch in all our rows. So that's a great way to remember it. Just iron towards the center section in all 3 rows. And then when we come back, we'll put the 3 rows together, and let's iron towards the center section again. And our barn owl block will be done, and I'm gonna have to say it looks pretty dang close to the one I put together. There we go. The November Barn Owl Barn Swallows block. That is absolutely gorgeous, and I really wasn't sure about the browns that I was going to be getting, but the Barn Owl has beautiful colors. They did a great job curating this. I like that there's so many different colors instead of just one color variations. I like that they did throw in all these different colors, and it just turned out beautiful. Beautiful. So let me know how this is going for you. I'd love to know. I love hearing from you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you following me on this quilt along. We've got one more month. I am going to put the sashings on this, so I will link down below the 2 videos that I've done where I show how I'm doing the sashings. You do not have to do them the way I'm doing them, but I do show you how to do it. And you can find the pattern down below in the description down below at my website. If you want to get started on this, it's not too late, and do all of the bird blocks I've done this year. But anyway, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Hit the subscribe button, notification bell, and we can have some fun around here. And I really did have a blast putting this together. It is beautiful, and I had a blast making the video, and I'll see you later. Bye.